Hello, it's Dr. Natalie and Dr. Lee Horine here, and we are in Sedona, Arizona, sitting on top of Cathedral Rock. I say on top, we're like halfway point right now.
That's right. That's it right
Cathedral
there.
Rock over there, but it is about 7:30ish in the morning right now. We woke up from a dispersed camping site, which is a free camping site, slept in the back of our car because that's what we classy nomads do. And we woke up and we decided we wanted to do another hike. And I say another hike because what we're going to talk about is the hike that we did yesterday, which was amazing.
And one touch on like there are free campsites that you can go and stay at, and literally we just Googled it. I think it's freecampsites.net or something like that, or .org, and it'll show you like it's not the best website but it's functional and it works, and it shows you kind of where you're at, and you can even get the directions and the GPS coordinates to these different sites. And sometimes it's hit or miss. Like we went yesterday and there was a closed gate. It said that it was supposed to be open, but there was a gate that was closed off, so we couldn't actually go there.
Access it.
So fortunately we still had cell service, so we just popped it in and found the next one, which was like just a couple miles up the road. And you just go find a spot that's available and park. Since we're just living out of our car, it makes it real easy. We pretty much have the bed ready to go in the back, and we just pop down and lay there, and we wake up in the morning and we take off whenever we're ready and we want to.
Basically resituate things. We'll have to show a picture of that, actually, like how we've managed to have it where we have it situated for when we're driving, and then we literally just flip the stuff over to the other side whenever we're sleeping, and it's been like pretty easy the past 2 nights that we've
What's funny is we're proud of it. It's kind of like when you have like new furniture arrangement in your house and you're like, oh, let me show you how I move shit from one area to another, and now we can like lay down and like
but it's the ease of it. It's like
it's a big deal when your house is your car, and you're like, oh, look at this, we can move this here, and we can set this here, and we can set sneaky shoes up there, like
sneaky clothes up at the top, and oh yeah, and we have a like humidifier and essential oil purifier that we now can plug into our car, or the car phone jack.
Thank you, TJ Maxx.
Yeah, thanks to TJ Maxx on that one, because I have essential oils that I did keep because I knew they would come in clutch, and this is a perfect time.
So we made our own little like fall autumn spice mixture of cinnamon, clove, and
sweet orange.
Yeah. I think it was like a 2-to-1 ratio. We need to mix it up. It's a little too cinnamony right now, but
it's better than nothing. So it keeps the car humidified and smelling good. So where do you even want to start? Should we just start talking about yesterday? So yesterday we hiked up Bell Rock, which is known to it has a vortex on Bell Rock, and it holds a masculine energy. This rock that we're on right now, Cathedral Rock, is also holds a vortex, and it has the feminine energy. So it makes sense that you want to balance out your energies. So yesterday, though, we went to the very top of different via points of Bell Rock, which is not that common because the route we took was not the path most traveled.
Yeah, it's not marked, so most people don't think you can make it up to the top. But we were fortunate enough to meet a guy named Peter, who, if anybody wants to, to go into Sedona, you got to meet up with this guy.
Yes.
He's, I think, 75 or 76 years old. He hikes Bell Rock at least a couple times a week. He hosts people through couch surfing, and we met him through a friend who had stayed with him, and so we got his phone number and called him up, and he was like, hey, I'm going to be going up Tuesday morning, and so if you want, meet us up at 7 in the morning, and I'll take you up. And this is what this guy does. He's retired, and there is so much more of a story than it would be really like feasible to share with you right now. But bottom line,
you just need to meet him if you want to do this, because this man is amazing. He has a passion for what he's doing, and he loves taking people to the top of Bell Rock. Like I don't even want to give away the other things that he does, but it's an entire experience.
So we're now club members of the Top of Bell Rock. So we're
TBRC, Top of Bell Rock Club.
So at this point, we're one of two. I think my number was 2,219. You're 19. I'm 2,220. I think is what it was.
No, maybe it was 420 because he already had 2,020 people. So these numbers is just saying how many people he's taken up Bell Rock. He's taken over 2,000 people.
Yeah, so
up to
that
Bell
many
Rock.
people he's taken to the very top, and so it's what he loves to do. And he's got a whole reason why he goes about doing it. And as part of like his journey in life, he believes to be able to take people to the top and he has an interesting relationship with the number 1111. So all these things, and for him, like the number of people that he wants to take to the top is he has reasons. It's significant. He has reasons for why he's doing it. And so bottom line, super cool guy. Makes the hike just incredible. And we made it to the top, and everyone's like, wait, how did you guys get up there? You know, yelling at us.
Yeah. And we're like, ask Peter. Like, we have no idea. Like, literally the route we take up, like we have videos and we took pictures, so there's pictures all over our Facebook, and we'll be putting on Instagram too, and probably posting them on here, of like, I mean, you look at it and you're like, how in the heck did you climb up that? Well, when you have somebody that guides you and has taken over thousands of people up this rock, he kind of knows a thing or two about how to get up areas that seem like you can't get up. Like, it's amazing, absolutely amazing. So
experiences are more important than just doing something, right? Like, you can like do something, and yes, technically it's an experience, but then you can do something where there's like a whole lot of awesomeness around it. Like, you go to Disneyland by yourself, without kids, without anything, you're like, oh, I'm just gonna ride every ride. You're gonna get some level of experience, versus if you go with a group of people who are Disney fanatics, who know about the history.
They dress up with, like, in character.
And they tell you about it, and they're like, oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. This is why this ride is the best, and at this time of year, like, the more people understand about something and there's like a culture around it, then it's just way more exciting. It's super exciting. And so we were introduced to Sedona through an experience with Peter. He gave us an amazing magical experience.
And just coming here, like he was saying, like, you can get your own, like, there's an energy here, and like you can feel into that energy. But whenever you get some guidance, and you have a story and a person that lives here and does this all the time, it can enrich that experience so much more. And he even shared, like, we had a really interesting conversation as we were on our way back down the rock, how he shared that there's people that, like, he had couch surfed people, or he'd been a couch surf host for people all over the world, and like with moms that are pregnant and moms with babies, and I mean, I think the oldest person he's taken up the rock was 73, and then the youngest was like a person, like a baby in utero, or a 7-month-old baby. Like, I mean, he, like, crazy. He's brought a man with a cello up at the top of there. I mean, like, there's crazy ass stories. You're like, how in the hell did you carry a cello?
It was a professional cellist whose dream was to play at the top of Bell Rock, but the guy refused to carry his cello to the top. And so, like, Peter and a few other couch surfers at the time were like, well, we'll take it up. And so they figured out a way. He said that was one of his...
one of the worst things.
He would never do that again, because apparently it was just, like, extremely heavy and kind of treacherous to get that cello up and back down the mountain. But the guy played, like, a 4-hour concert when he was at the top of Bell Rock, like, you know, on his cello. Yeah. Pretty amazing experiences, and this is just full of pictures and different things that people have done, like from like extraordinary people from all over the world have come to the top of Bell Rock to do
this with him and have him guide him. So it's like people will come here to do seminars for various reasons, and he's like, you know, people will pay hundreds of dollars to sit in a room in Sedona, to sit in a room and to learn about experiences from people. And he's like, I don't get it. Like, to him, he's like, I don't get it. He's like, this is the experience. He's like, you don't have to pay for this. And for him, like, he doesn't charge anybody to guide people up here. This is just what the man loves to do. This is what he just loves to do. And like, he takes you in, and like, you become part of his tribe. Like, you literally become part of his tribe. And I feel so honored. I know Lee, like, we feel so honored to be a part of that tribe.
And it's I'm not used to being around people that are so, like, trusting, like completely trust. I like to think that I'm a trusting person, but I realize that there's a whole nother level of people that are out there that are just open and trusting. Ta.
He's totally not that.
I don't trust you. Leave me. Leave me. But there's people out there that are completely, like, openly trustworthy, and to get to meet folks like that has been
instantaneously. Like, we did not know him before this.
Crazy. It's I mean, I can't describe what it's like. It's just, it shows you a different piece of what's possible in human nature, and that it's really, really good, and you really want that, and it's something to strive towards, and it opens up a new piece in your heart to be like, wow, this is what I want to be able to do. I want to be able to be this trusting with other people
and offer value and exchange. Like you can't help but want to like reciprocate back and forth, you know, like the whole karma thing. But in this case, it's like you do what you love, you're helping other people, you're offering phenomenal experiences, and then not only that, but now we have this connection with other people that we haven't even met yet because they have done this as well.
And we met another gal on the hike who's from Tennessee.
Chattanooga.
So she's from Tennessee, and
amazing
awesome.
Woman.
Yeah, again,
amazing woman.
Just
instantaneous. We felt like we met before, but we literally, it was like, hey, we're going to meet together at 7 a.m. and let's hike on this rock. Hi, what's your name? Hi, here's my name. And we exchange names, and then we just started walking. And then you get to know somebody, and you're like, I know you have a whole life story, but like exchange information, and now we know when we go to Chattanooga, Tennessee, we have a place to stay because we feel like we've known her for years. Like,
yeah, there's like this in Sedona, it's a very spiritual place, so people speak very freely about like, oh, there's, you know, old souls and past lives and all this kind of stuff, and there's definitely something to it when you meet someone and you just kind of like pick up with almost no hesitation, like you've known them for years, like a best friend, where you're not like, there's no like that awkward period that happens with a lot of people, you know, that it's just kind of like, oh, hey, but, and it's like, nope, boom, you're right in, comfortable, you're already talking about stuff that, you know, would usually have like a warm-up period before you start sharing and just chatting, because, you know, you have to build that rapport with them. It's like rapport has already been built. And so maybe there is something, you know, to this whole, you know, past lives and friendships and past lives, and you know,
and being in such an energetic place as it is. I mean, the Red Rock is just
Sedona,
come here.
Sedona feels amazing. Like if you're tapped into that, and we're on a journey to try to tap into that more, like to be able to feel and be like, you know, develop intuition and kind of like that sense of like emotional, like, you know, what does your body feel like in different areas, and like with different emotions.
Drive and just.
This is a place where that is.
Happens.
It makes it easy. And you're kind of like, oh wow, I must be like this really crazy spiritual person, and it's literally probably just the place. Like it's epic. It is amazing.
It just opens up. Like if you're into chakras, like it just opens up your heart chakra, like totally. And from that, as if that wasn't enough, so we hiked the rock, phenomenal experience, met these amazing people, go to the top, take all these amazing photos, and then we come back down, and then we go to Peter's clubhouse, which is we're now part of the clubhouse, and we get to like exchange further information, see all the pictures, etc. So Peter had to leave, and I'm not going to disclose all this stuff, so he had to leave or whatever. And we go to a Thai food restaurant upon his recommendation, which was awesome. We got to see some pictures of that.
Sweet.
It was really good Thai food. And after we got out, we just like had to sit and digest the experience we just had, because like we're so used to, and I'm sure you're so used to, like you have an experience and you're like, okay, next thing, and you just go, and you never stop to just quote unquote smell the roses and to enjoy what you just went through. But now we have the time to do it, so we're like, Lee was sitting, like there was a chair outside this restaurant, and he was like, just sit here. I'm like, okay. Not even like 5 minutes later, there was this lady that Lee just complimented about her earrings, and she came out and she started talking to us, and it turned into this full-blown long conversation of again another person that we felt like we've known forever. And it's like this woman wasn't like an outwardly outspoken person, it was just she felt compelled to talk to us, and we felt compelled to talk to her, to the point that we moved up a chair and sat her down, because we talked for probably an hour.
More than that.
Or probably more
Maybe
than
like
that.
an hour and a half, and awesome conversation, like depth. It was like she was like a spiritual teacher, even though that's not what she does. Like she's been on her own personal path, and the conversation just kind of naturally went that direction right from the start. And again, it was kind of like that whole like old souls, past lives, like type of a thing. There was no warm-up period. Like the rapport had already been built somehow, and it was like just awesomeness. So this whole experience has been already, just in the past like
2 days,
has been freaking nuts, like absolutely nuts. And so we're excited to continue. We don't know how long we're going to stay here, and that's the benefit of us basically being able to travel
live out
free.
Of our car.
And so we're going to stay here as long as we feel like we're compelled to, and then we're going to move on. But it has just been so breathtaking. You got everything here in Sedona.
You got the greenery, you've got the mountains, and then if you're like into snow sports, I mean, you can go up to Flagstaff, which is just a short drive up, and then they have like ski resorts all over there. Clearly there's tons of hiking around here. I'm sure there's some like waterway kayak rivering thing, and plus it's a tourist area. I mean, you got your Whole Foods here. I mean, for us, it's like the best of all worlds. Like, we could definitely...
It's a 5-star place.
Yeah,
like,
we could definitely
5-star
stay
place.
here.
Love
but
it.
we will be back. There's no doubt. We definitely know that we will be back at this place, and we'll see what happens in the future. So, we need to hike the rest of Cathedral Rock up here because we don't want to do it when it's too hot. So we're gonna climb. We're gonna climb.
I'm getting way too masculine again.
Yeah,
I gotta get my feminine on.
Gotta get that feminine energy here, and we will check in with you next time, wherever our next destination is.
All right, adios.
See ya.